Guys, I want to just talk quickly about what the future looks like for each of you. Like I say, it feels like all of you are in your prime right now. You're jumping at like in your late 20s, early 30s. Everything's going really good. But we are seeing more and more female vaulters going deep into their 30s. You know, Jen is like pioneering that. She's nearly 40, for goodness sake. It's just unbelievable. She's still jumping super high. And we've seen, you know, a couple of our friends, you know, go away and have babies and then come back and still be competitive at global level. Like, what are your thoughts on the next few years of your careers? Kat, if I maybe come to you first.
Well, if you asked me a year and a half ago, I would definitely have a very different plan. So I feel like this is one thing, you can't really make plans. Of course, nobody would have ever predicted a pandemic to ruin our plans. But I mean, I don't know. I think in our minds right now, we've always thought about Tokyo, and then we've always thought about Eugene. I have been so excited about Eugene, and then like then I think it's like Europeans in Munich now, and I was like, I can't miss that. So then, I mean, we've always talked about Paris as well. I would be only 34 now. Jen, with Jen jumping 490 at like 38, you can say you will be only 34. I don't know. After that, I think it comes a point where with every year, and I mean, it sounded like for Holly, it has almost been the opposite, but every year there's more and more rehab that needs to happen to stay healthy. And it almost feels like if you have like 100 little coins that you can give between practice and rehab, every year one more coin goes from practice to the rehab, one more coin goes from practice to rehab.
Very good analogy.
Because I mean, you don't have so much energy. I think you can't be practicing the same, expecting to stay healthy as you're getting older. And I do think every year can be different. I think you can have one bad year health-wise and then come back and be stronger or tougher, or the rehab that you did the previous year is working for you this year. But in terms of the future, I think this, for me at least, because kind of Katie said before, I feel like pole vaulting is easy for me. No, I'm not saying 490, 5 meters is easy, but I'm saying it's something I enjoy very much. It's my fun day. It's the day I'm looking forward to. And I feel like I could continue to do it just like Jen, maybe even into my 40s. And I've said that when I retire, I will not retire. I will just stop getting paid for it and stop competing maybe professionally. So I know I will keep pole vaulting, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if there will be a kid. I think I will be a very bad pregnant woman, so we'll see how that goes.
I love it, Kat. Brilliant. Well, look, we of course hoped that you continue to Paris and maybe beyond, but of course, I'm sure you will make good decisions about what's best for you guys. And I love your outlook to life. It sounds very fun. Katie, any kind of differing thoughts to Kat on that? Where are you on your journey?
Similar in that, I had a plan of like, okay, I'm definitely going through 2022 because it's in Eugene. Worlds is in the US. You can't not do that. And it's like after that, you kind of take it year by year, see how my body's feeling, see how much I'm enjoying it. But now that it's only 3 years until the next Olympics, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to go to 2024. It just makes sense at this point. It's only 3 years versus 4 years. It doesn't sound like that different, but it is. But I'm definitely different in that when I'm done, I will be done. And I am not pole vault, like I said, it's stressful for me. I love it. But I have to really mentally come in every day ready to go. And so I will not be one of those moms that's also pole vaulting, because I will want to invest everything that I have into my family and into my kids. And the thought of dealing with the stress of pole vaulting and then having a kid is just going to be, my head will explode. Like, I just know that. And so I know that when I'm done, I will be done. I would love to maybe coach and still be involved because I love the sport, but when I call it, it's going to be done. I don't know when that'll be, probably after 2024. Same kind of plan where I'll just take it by year if I'm still loving it, if I'm still healthy. But I do know that I will want a family and to move on to the next thing at some point. It's just a matter of, when that is. I love how Scott's frozen right now. He looks
He's smiling though.
he's so happy with my life choices now.
I'm gonna take a photo. I love that.
Well, I think I will pass it on to you then, Holly. What is your plan?
Well, I guess there's no, like, I've been quite open in that I've wanted to be a mother longer than I've wanted to be like a pole vaulter. Like, since I was 12 years old, I always wanted to be a mum. So being the athlete in the relationship and being the female is obviously really difficult. If it was the other way around, I'm sure we'd have like 3 or 4 kids now, but it's really difficult for me because I feel like the healthiest I've ever been. So it's like I almost feel like the 4 years of injury like kept my body young, if you know what that means. So yeah. I feel like I am coming to my prime, but I also realize that I turned 30 this year, so I want to start a family and I want to have kids. But I'm going to do Tokyo, and obviously Eugene, like that for me was like a no-brainer. Having for me being British, I have Eugene, and then I have the Europeans and the Commonwealth Games. It's like a 6-week competition, like flurry. So 100% want to do that. And then, like you say, it's then like 1 year, like whatever, to the Olympics, and it's easy to say, oh, I'll just stick on for that. But for me, I'm definitely going to 2022, and then I'll like take it from there and see what happens.